hey, these neuro exercises wouldn't be helping with my social anxiety, would they? A client said this to me the other day, and I got to say, yeah, they actually probably and very likely might be helping with anxiety levels and helping you feel more comfortable in social settings, because we know that exercises like the VOR, which I've been practicing with this client. So the VOR seems really simple. You just look at a target, turn your head to the side. And if it's working, it's pretty easy. If it's not working, it can cause all kinds of dysfunction, balance issues, vertigo, headaches, anxiety, tight muscles. The list goes on. Sometimes scoliosis. But if we can target and help correct the VOR, you're looking at a target, move your head to the side. So these are angular rotational sensations that go to the inner ear, and they help us keep a clear visual target while our head is in motion. So those semicircular canals that get activated through that in the inner ear talk to this brain area called the pons. And the pons has an area in it. It's a group of neurons called a nuclei, and it's the superior vestibular nuclei. So we know that our superior vestibular nuclei gets active when we do things like shake your head but keep your eyes on a stable target. And the pons then talks to a cortical area, so higher order stuff now. We're talking about the top part of the brain, or the big brain, and that area is called the insula, and specifically the mid-insula helps integrate vestibular information. So that superior vestibular nuclei talks to the mid-insula. The mid-insula, we also know, is really important and connects to the amygdala. It's important in emotional regulation, so our emotive reaction to certain environments, certain situations, and this is actually a trainable skill. So we can activate the pons, we can activate the superior vestibular nucleus in the pons, and then we can activate the mid-insula with more intensity based on how we do this exercise. So in terms of the right dosing, the right speed, the right position, all those are variables that are important to take into consideration with each individual client. And this is part of why we don't believe in a cookie cutter approach to movement. We don't believe in a cookie cutter approach to brain training. It's not a cookie cutter approach to strength training. And there are appropriate and important variables that we need to modify for people to either make the exercise more difficult when they're ready for it, or a little bit easier if they're not ready for it. Say in the case somebody's having issues with that VOR and they don't see the target clearly when they turn their head to the left, we might need to regress body position, speed, breathing, some other variable to make that more achievable, and then progress back from there. So I hope you found this interesting. It was a super interesting conversation that I had. I was encouraged by it. This particular client got to go on a trip to a big city. Said, I don't know if I've been away from home this long basically in my memory. And I was out at coffee shops in this big city ordering coffee, felt super comfortable, like I wasn't stumbling through the social situations. And it's just cool to hear, because we now also know a little bit more about the neuroscience and why these neuro exercises might actually help with like mental and emotional stuff as well. If you found this interesting, let us know in the comments. And if there's other topics on the neuroscience side you want to hear more about, let us know. Exercises for neuroactivation, that's kind of what we do at Strong Tower Neuro. So love to hear from you in the comments what you want to learn more about, specific areas, brain areas, or maybe benefits, issues that you run into, you want to learn about potentially how the neuro side of things could help. We'll think about making some videos on there. We're definitely going to keep rolling out content. So subscribe and turn on the notifications. We'll talk to you soon.